Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. So I'm going to go deeper into the daily read for today, Saturday the 6th of June. I know it's still the 5th of June for some people. So still in this full moon energy as well at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to go deeper into the daily read, and then I'm going to give readings for everyone that's on live. So come and join me sometime live if you're watching the replay. Love to see you on here. It's always a lot of fun. Hope it is anyway. I hope you have fun. Okay, let me just check it's working. Yes, it is. Hey Ashley, how are you? You good today? So the daily read for the 6th of June, it was about our work, being of service, moving forward in it, but believing in ourselves. There's no point in taking action, right, if we're not believing in ourselves, because we can take action over and over again, but if we've got the same vibration when we take action, we're just going to get the same results, no matter what we try. And so we've got to start believing in ourselves and loving ourselves. That's what it's all about today. Also about, I love the focus of today. It was about letting love in, letting ourselves be loved, just focusing on love. I like that. Trying. Yeah. So yeah, we've got the full moon still going on at the moment. How's it been for you, Ashley? The full moon, has it been a bit, full moony? It's been okay for me. There's a couple of things that are testing me right now. I had a really busy couple of days trying to catch up with my work because I took 2.5 days off. So since Monday morning, when I stopped at lunchtime, I took 2.5 days off. And so it meant I had a lot of work to get in those last 2 days. So it was a bit crazy. Need some tips on raising back up. Okay, getting your vibration back up there. So yeah, we've got kind of interesting energies today. It's like we're trying to push forward on something, but then we're being held back saying, no, you need to change your vibration first. There's no point in trying to push forward on something when you haven't changed your feelings or your focus. Just change your vibration. So that's what today's about. The card of the day, I'll go deeper into it as well. Hey Barbara, clearing your mind, stressful, stress-head Barbara. Challenges we've got today, isn't that great? Not the best card in the world. Unbearable situations throw you directly into God's arms if you're open. Please take over, Divine, and guide the right actions. Please take this burden and show me your will. So there you go, it's all about letting go. When you get challenges, you let go. Because challenges, they're always for a good reason, right? Oh, what happened then? That's what happened. It's always good for a good reason. I mean, challenges make us who we are. Challenges make us great. You know, there's nobody ever done anything great if they haven't had a lot of challenges. We see that, don't we? Greatest people have had the greatest challenges. So we do choose challenges, but it's hard when we're in the middle of them. It's hard to see what the benefit is that we're going to get from them when we just want to kind of fix it. We see it like it's a punishment, right? Dark night of the soul, that's what it is. It's our perspective on it. You know, we can both be going through the same thing. So say you and me, Ashley, going through exactly the same thing. You could see it as a dark night of the soul. I could see it, and I'm not saying that I'm positive and you're negative, Ashley, but you could see it as a dark night of the soul. I could see it as something changing to benefit me, you know. Like at the moment, I'm going through a shake-up in a relationship, but it's a good thing. I can see that it's going to be a good thing because it needed to happen. Couldn't carry on as it was. And I can see that some positive benefit could come out of this in that relationship. And even if it's not, you know, even if it's that we both move on from it, that's a positive thing as well, because we've been in limbo for the last 2.5 years with each other, but not with each other officially and all of this. So it's your perspective on it, Ashley. That's what's so good about my readings, because you get to hear from your higher self what the reason is, what the positive reason is for it, you know. Yeah. So what are you stressed about, Barbara? What's stressing you out? It's all about perspective, and that's what it is. That's what the daily read is about, you know. It's about changing our vibration. That's the way you change your vibration, by changing your perspective on it. Changes your feelings, changes your vibration. There is always positive benefits. Like, even with my abuse when I was a kid, I can see it now. Whoa. Imagine telling somebody that's going through abuse, something really good are going to come from this. It's tricky. It's tricky. When you're in situations like that, it's very tricky. When they're really hard situations to go through. There is always a benefit, but it's not always the best time to tell someone about those benefits, or that there will be a benefit. Yeah. Hey Lisa, how are you? So lots of guesses coming in for how many cards are in this bag. I had to count them up again yesterday because I went and shot the daily reads by the pool. It's really windy. Not the daily reads, the weekly reads by the pool yesterday. It was really windy. And so I sat on this seat cushion on the floor, and I was tucking the cards that I'd used underneath the cushion so they didn't blow away. And then I was putting my heel on the cards that were in front of me for the reading that I was doing so that they didn't blow away. Anyway, when I finished all the readings, I totally forgot that I'd stashed them all underneath the cushion. So I've picked up all my stuff, picked up the cushion, and then gone back to my room. And I get a message from housemate that the couple, the girl that lives here as well, saying, I found all your cards by the pool blowing around. And so I thought, oh, sure, I've lost some, and especially when I'm having like the count the cards competition. So I counted them again, and no, I didn't lose any. Funny. Ashley, I'm there too. Limbo. Now he's 3 hours away, which is not around the corner like he has been. Oh, okay. Hey, Chris, how are you? You're trying to guess. Everyone's trying to guess. It's great. It's fun. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I'm good today. Thanks, Lisa. I'm feeling good. So we've got challenges today, but, whatever the challenges we're going through, it is for a good reason. So the more we can let go and just let ourselves flow toward the good reason for it. I'm not saying like don't do anything about it. There are things to sort out. There's communication to do. There's action to take. But I'm so pleased with the Taurus weekly read because it's really put my mind at rest. The Taurus weekly read said, it's not you, it's them. You don't need to do anything about the relationship this week. Focus on your abundance instead. I'm like, cool, righto. So you'll see those this evening. I'll publish those this evening, the weekly reads. Change perspective. It's all about getting faith, Barbara. Faith in that there is a good reason for something. Readings are a good way of doing it. Getting a reading. And this weekend, my half-price reading sale is on the biggest block readings. Let me find that. Biggest block readings. We've still got the full moon energies going on as well. Oops. So that's the half-price reading sale link. And the full moon reads are still $30 off at the moment. If anyone's struggling with this full moon, wanting to make more out of it. It's a clear night. That's nice. You can see the full moon. I slept good last night considering it was a full moon. So yeah, go for that if you want one of those or either of those. What else? Yeah, and there's that card competition as well, which is a lot of fun. It's cool. So let's go deeper into the daily read. So let's see what's going on today. My voice has just gone funny. Yeah, we're being prepared. You know how I said we want to move forward with our service, with our work, expand something, get more customers, do something more. It's like with my promotion and stuff that I've got this weekend. It's always to grow my business and get to that next level, especially the card guessing thing. And then I watched the daily read today and it's like, okay, I've got to believe in myself more. I've got to love myself more. I've got to expect to be loved more and all of that stuff. And so it's like changing your vibration like that, changing your point of view. Having a different focus. Instead of being in the struggle and trying to make something happen, shifting your focus. So this daily read was a perfect timing for me in this weekend's promotions. So we are being prepared for something. It's not necessarily the day for action, but it's the day for sorting out our heads, preparing ourselves vibrationally for what's next. And so nature helps us do that, doesn't it? Getting out in nature always calms me down, quietens my mind down. How about you? Booking the blocks, not the moon. Full moon. I don't know what time is it hitting. Do you know what exact time it is, the full moon? I'm pretty sure it was yesterday for us, so I think it's happened already. Okay, what else have we got? Hello, Aphrodite. Aphrodite's been guessing too. Also today we've got empower self and forgive self. Yes, this full moon all about empowerment. And forgiving ourselves when we weren't empowered, when we haven't spoken up for ourselves. The things that could be coming up, those challenges that could be coming up around this full moon. Got to forgive ourselves for when we've kind of fallen short. It's like we're getting, this next week. Have you watched the weekly read for all signs that I did already? It's not that good energies coming up this week. Bit challenging. Not so bad for Aries and Taurus, but the rest of the signs are really going through it this week. Will be. Sorry to tell you all of that. But it's kind of good in a way because it's something that's been revealed to us about what we're doing to ourselves. Anyway, you'll see those readings tonight when I put them up on my YouTube channel. What's going on for each sign. But a lot of it's about empowering ourselves. And then forgiving ourselves. When we have like this new understanding of like, oh, I was settling for this, or oh, I was doing that pattern, or oh, that's how I was attracting that kind of person in, that kind of experience in. Once that veil's lifted, once we realize it, once we've empowered ourselves, we've got to forgive ourselves for the past, for not having realized before, or for having those old patterns before. Sometimes it's just divine timing to sort these things out now. It wasn't the right time before to sort it out. Can't see the moon now, Lisa. I didn't even look for it last night. I had to close my curtains early because there was the painters were here and they're painting outside on the balconies. And this young guy, Burmese guy, is stood on the railings. I'm on like the second floor here, or third floor, depending on which ones you count. It's quite high, and he's just stood. I took a picture of him, and he was holding on to the rail at the side at the time. But most of the time, he wasn't holding on. It's just like painting, like leaning out, painting the overhang bit. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. It was freaking me out. I don't like heights. I couldn't watch him. I had to shut my curtains. Didn't want to go out there and see someone falling to their death. And I watched him, and he's just stood there on the railing, like at a height, and then he put something over his head, and I'm like, I couldn't even do that standing on the ground without wobbling. Hey, fluffy cat. Well, let's see, what else today? What's going on today? Oh, it's a good day to write down what you want next, to get clarification on it. So any ahas you're having today, any clarity that you're getting, any change in focus that you're having, write it down so that you'll get really clear on it, so that you don't forget. So that focus for aha is good today on being loved and receiving. If you've got that new clarity, it's like, oh yeah, I need to believe in myself more. I need to let that love in more and just expect for me to be loved. Instead of struggling, write that down so that you don't forget that. So this could be like writing down our goals, but I'm not feeling like it is that. I feel like it's writing down our clarity of what we're understanding about ourselves so that we don't lose it. You know how you get when you get an aha and then you don't do anything about it, or you don't write it down, and then you have to go through it all over again. And you're like, oh, I already had that. I already knew that, but I've forgotten about it. You don't keep it in your awareness. If you don't reinforce something or do something about it straight away, or write it down to reinforce it, you lose it. You lose the aha, and then you have to get it again. And then the higher self has got to get in touch with you again. See it in readings sometimes. Sometimes readings can be repetitive with people for that reason. So write things down. Get yourself a journal and write stuff down. Write your awareness down, what you're thinking, what you're feeling each day. It really helps solidify it inside of you, so you don't have to keep on figuring things out over and over again. You know, it's like doing a sum or something, figuring something out, figuring some kind of puzzle out, and then not writing down the solution and then having to figure it out each time. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. We've got brilliance and respect. So we are shifting our vibration toward believing in ourselves, believing that we're respected, believing that we're loved, expecting that to come in, rather than always being on the back foot, always expecting things to go wrong and trying to overcome that, always expecting the house to be on fire and needing to put out that fire. It's such a waste of energy. When we can be going toward positive goals and positive relationships and things, instead we focus on the crap and trying to get rid of the crap, and it's such a waste of a life. Mary, I got a little optimistic things we're finally looking at for Leos. They are. I think this next week might... Oh no, it was alright. It was alright for Leos. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't positive though. Like Aries and Taurus were the only ones that had positive readings this week. But some of them were worse than others. Leo wasn't too bad. Yeah. Leos have been going through it. Really. I think Leos have had, according to my readings, Leos have had the worst year so far of all the star signs. But yeah, this is calling us to love ourselves, respect ourselves, expect brilliant things to happen, expect love to come in, expect respect from people. Just start expecting better for yourself. That's why it's so important to write things down at the moment when you're getting clarity, so that you don't fall back into old patterns. So if you have been fighting fires, if you've been trying to sort out relationships, sort out problems, get things that are going wrong to go right, or focused on like paying the rent or paying the bills or something, instead of focusing on big goals, positive things. If that's what you've been doing, any clarity that you get around this time, especially around this full moon, write it down in a journal so that you get really clear on that. Yeah. Barbara, you Leo too. I never notice which videos people comment on. Much. Sometimes I do. Okay, so that's today with the full moon energies and with this other stuff we've got going on, planetary stuff, which is kind of more powerful than the full moons right now. But I think it's an important time for us, and I think we're getting more clarity on ourselves. Things are changing within ourselves and how we feel. You love journaling. I haven't done it for a while. You're not going to watch Aquarius. Aquarius, what was that one? Can't remember. Husband is Taurus. Yeah, Taurus is good. I like Taurus this week. Things have been going good for Taurus for a while now. It's about time. Maybe it'll be Leo's turn next. We can hope, hey? So, who would like a reading? Planetary. Yeah, we've got a lot of planets in retrograde right now, and conjunctions and all kinds of things. I don't know. I'm not an astrologer, but I'm kind of interested in it. I listen to some astrologers and what's going on, and there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment. Stuff that hasn't happened for a very long time, like 35 years, and always big things happen in the world when we've got this stuff going on in our personal lives and in the world, because it's all a reflection, right? Things happen on the small scales and on the big scales. Your daughter's Taurus. Lisa's up first. And yeah, and if anyone wants one of those biggest block readings, they are a really popular reading. I thought about not putting them in the half price sale, but I want people to experience them because they're really powerful. They're really powerful readings. You've had a rough time, Lisa. Yeah. Half price reading sale. That's the link to it there. I'm going to go and pay rent today. I haven't paid rent for 2.5 months because reception's been closed because they closed everything down with social distancing. And now I've got to go and pay so much I can't even get that amount out of the ATM. It's funny. Bizarre. Okay, Lisa. Lisa's had a rough time lately. The first card you've got out, Lisa, is have a good time. Oh, these cards don't look good on this camera. Have a good time and passion. Exactly. Reorienting yourself to having a good time instead of fighting fires. You know? So maybe that downward spiral that Leos have been in is just highlighting, look, this is your focus, Leo. This is your focus. This is what you've been focused on. That's what this week is about coming up. It's feedback. We're getting feedback, like bigger feedback than usual, bigger manifestations than usual of what we've been focused on. So if you've been a little bit worried, it's like that thing that you were worried about will turn to a pile of crap. It's that kind of thing. And so, yeah, Lisa, for you, you've got to get focused on your passion and having a good time. You've got to start doing things. As I said, it's not enough just to realize, oh, I need to have a good time and focus on that. Write it down and do something about it straight away. Make it a habit. Actually change your vibration by doing something about it. Hello, Marine. Biggest block, almost fearful of it. Haven't seen you in here before, Marine. But I always enjoy reading for you. And, oh, Lisa, relax about your work. Yeah, Leos have been trying to sort stuff out and really taking a hold on things. Oh, I remember the weekly read for Leos. It's about relationships. Yeah, the focus shouldn't be on your work at the moment. I feel like work's going to work itself out. It's all going well. And so, let it go. Oh yeah, Marine, it's the middle of the night. What are you doing up? Full moon, that's what you're doing up. So Lisa, forget about your work. Have a good time instead. Get focused on having a good time. That'll increase your vibration. So, you know, your life isn't just about work. We're not here just to earn money and do some work. We're not. Your life's for you. Maybe that's what's been Leo's problem. You've been trying to fix things, you've been trying to change things around, and you've got too serious about it all. Ashley's up next. Hey, Sandra. Sandra's an Aries, I remember that. I don't know why, I always remember you, Sandra, when you put your sign in on Facebook. Been outside working in my garden, very relaxing, nice. Yeah. Okay, Ashley. Is it Ashley? Yes. Ashley. Oh, you've got stuff to let go of, Ashley, and you've got to get firmer in that. Even if it's challenging, you know, when we've got something big to let go of and we want to run away from it instead, we want to bypass it instead of facing it to let go of it properly. This is like, it's like that energy of you knowing that you need to break up with someone, but then not just running away from them, just ghosting them instead of actually telling them about it. There's that kind of energy. You've been asked to face something, be firm in that, to let it go. You can't let things go by ignoring them. We don't let go of things, let go of things like that. You got offered a new job today, Mary. Awesome. Is it one that you want? Is it a job that you want? Ashley, so you got something to let go of. You need to be firmer in that and actually facing it and doing it and taking the action to let it go. But not yet. You got something to clear, but you're not ready to do it yet. You got the wait card there. So yeah, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. You'll feel ready. You got to get firmer in yourself that you're going to let it go, and then wait, because there'll be an opportunity for you to let that thing go. This is about letting something go where you've got to actually take action, like talking to someone. I feel it's a communication thing, but two people involved, the other person's kind of got to be receptive and open, so it could be what you're waiting for. Hello, Ava. Who's next? I'll say yes, but tell my higher self to be gentle. Okay, Chris. Higher selves aren't gentle. Sometimes they are. Most of the time they're not. Not through me, anyway. Yeah, the weekly reads aren't gentle this time. Chris. Oh, things are going well for you. There you go. It's been gentle on you. Mirror reflections of going well. So people around you are kind of reflecting back to you that everything's all right. It's not as dramatic or bad as you think it is. You know, the sky isn't falling in after all. And so just take some solace in the people around you, because if things weren't going well for you, then things wouldn't be going well for people around you. So you do have mirror reflections of things going well. If you can only focus on what's going wrong with people around you, that might be an indicator that your focus is a little bit off. And so this is saying, looking at those people around you, thinking that they're out of your range, like things are going well for them but they're not going well for you. You're respecting them more than you're respecting yourself. Don't do that. If you've got them around you, they're a mirror reflection of you. You've got that same thing within yourself too. So respect yourself. Chris, there you go. There's the sting in it. Mary's up next. And then Barbara. Mary. Oh, heavy energies, Mary. It's like, oh my God, how long do I have to heal myself? Is there like more to heal? There's more to heal. It keeps on coming up. You feel like you've done the work and then there's something else revealed that you've got to heal. It does get better, Mary. No, I had like 47 years of it. 48 years of it, maybe. I seem to be out of that healing phase for 1 or 2 years now. So much better. It can take a long time to heal ourselves, but this is saying, like, love the process as best you can. It will be worth it in the end. You'll get the rewards for it in the end. As I said, challenges. We choose them. It makes for better people when we have challenges. Yeah, and get help in your healing too. Talk to someone. Don't do it all by yourself. Don't try and come up with all of these things. If you're healing something, someone has done it before. And so just be open, ask your higher self to show you someone that's done it before. Talk to them, let it be easy. Let someone support you in your healing, Mary. You don't need to be independent. You don't need to be so independent. Sandra's up next. No, Barbara's up next. Barbara. You're also a Leo, Aphrodite. I've got a lot of Leos around me. Leo's in the cafe. Barbara. Barbara, understand why you're trying to create what you're trying to create. So sometimes we're trying to create something out of fear of lack or out of trying to fight those fires, like I was saying before. It's out of a fearful... It's out of a fearful thing. So say with money, you could be trying to create money. You could be trying to manifest money to do something with it, to go on holiday or to buy a house, right? Or you could be trying to manifest money to have savings in your bank account because you're so scared of having an accident or something happening and you're not having the money behind you to sort it out. Two very different energies. And this is asking you to understand what you're trying to create, why you're trying to create it, and when it's based in lack and fear and lack. Because when it's based in fear and lack, you're going to get the opposite of what you want, because that energy will preside. So try and have positive creations instead, or just take a look at it at the moment. Take a look at what you're asking for, and then ask yourself, why are you asking for it? Yeah, be grateful. You're being taught a lot at the moment, Barbara, is what I'm picking up from this. Being taught for a lot, taught about a lot, and it might seem like a challenging time for you, Barbara, but it's good. It's like you're in school, and it's meant to be challenging when you're in school. Otherwise, you don't learn. And so, be grateful for the learning that you're getting at the moment, because you are at school right now. Psychic Cafe School. Sandra? Sandra's up next. I will get to you soon, Maureen. Don't fall asleep yet. Sandra. Ooh. Who are you blaming? Who are you giving the stink eye to? I've got this real feeling that there's somebody that you don't like. Oh, the girl that I don't like, you know, I've told you, like, there's very few people that I don't like on this island, but there's one girl, this one Chinese girl I can't stand. I call her bitch ting tong, which means bitch crazy. But actually thanked one of the guys there at training, because he was being playful with her. He got her into a headlock. She didn't like that, and she's never come back since. Yes. I'm like, thank you for getting rid of her, but you could have twisted a bit harder and then she'll never come back. Mean, I know, but she's a bitch. You've got the stink eye on someone at the moment. There's someone you do not like, and you're blaming them for something. And it's Sandra, it's holding you back a little bit. A little bit, yeah, you've got to clear it. You've got to clear that blame. It's like you're holding yourself in this bad energy by focusing on that one thing instead of focusing on something positive for yourself. So try and let it go. Sandra. Oh, and focus yourself on travel instead. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go, Sandra? Marines next. Pisces. Marine, what's going on for you? Change is going on for you, Marine. Change that makes you feel vulnerable. Changing, it's like changing who you are. Changing who you are at the core. It's like you've woken up. Everything's shifted around you. New insights about yourself and about life. And then you're having to piece it together. It makes you feel vulnerable. Big moves, big changes, making you feel vulnerable. You're not quite sure. Hey, Wolfie. Yeah, and so you're going through a quiet time at the moment. Time alone. Lockdown, maybe? We're coming out of lockdown. Pubs are opening up next. It's going to be such a party. Simply spending time alone to simplify things, to be able to deal with these shifts that you're going through, Marine, these big changes that they're going through, so that you can feel better about yourself as well, so you can kind of look after yourself and soothe yourself through it. So big change, it always makes us feel stressed out, right? It does. We're human beings. I don't know anyone that can go through change and with just a breeze. Surely they'd be like a psychopath or something. You know, someone that's not feeling anything at all, or a narcissist. They can probably go through change without feeling it because they don't feel anything, right? But you can't. Hello, AP. So there you go, Marine. Hope you got that. Hope you didn't fall asleep before that happened. Who's next? Chris is loving lavender plants. Lilacs and lavender. It's like the colour of this challenge card as well. It's a nice colour. It doesn't really show properly, but it's like a lavender colour. That's exactly what it is, a lavender colour. Who wants a reading? Yes, Ava. Ava's next. Ava. Ooh. Being awakened, Ava. Waking up your sex drive again, or getting into relationships again. It's interesting. Sometimes before, I'll be by myself for ages and not anything happening, just focusing on me and not on relationships at all, not anything, not even playing or anything like that. And then I get this energy of waking up again. And it usually happens just before a big relationship that I'll have, like a real short relationship, a one night stand or something like that. You've got that energy at the moment, Ava. Or if you're in a relationship, it's waking up to that again. Waking up to your sex drive. It's like switching on to your feelings, to pleasure. Oh, maybe there's been problems in a relationship, Ava. And maybe it's affected your sex life. So just take it one step at a time. That was in the daily too. It was about romantic forgiveness, the stuff to sort out. And it's within ourselves. It's not, we don't need to talk about it. Forgiveness is for ourselves, right? It's not for them. If it's affecting, this is what happens, right? It affects our energy, doesn't it? Especially women. It affects our energy. Anything that's going on, any turmoil, it affects our sex drive. Any problems within a relationship, it really affects our sex drive way more than men, I think. I think it does anyway. And so, just be gentle with yourself, Ava, and to sort that stuff out. But, head back to pleasure. The dentist isn't here this weekend. She's coming next weekend instead. Another week of pain. My tooth just let me know then. Aphrodite the Leo. What's going on with you? You got the sabotage card, but I'm not feeling like it's a big sabotage. I'm feeling like it's just sabotaging, just putting a cap on it. Putting a cap on how good it can get, that kind of thing. It's like upper limiting. Have you heard of that, Aphrodite? The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, that book. How we put a cap on, say, our joy will only allow our happiness to get to a certain level. This is what you've got. It's like it's not a huge sabotage, like you're sabotaging your life and you're keeping yourself really down low. It's not that. It's more, it could be much bigger, much better, much happier, much more joy, much more fun. But you're putting a cap on it for some reason. Why? Aphrodite? Why are you upper limiting? Why are you putting an upper limit on things? It can't get better. Ooh, it's about joy. So you've got an upper limit on joy. I had an upper limit on joy for a while because of something my parents used to say. Whenever I was feeling joyful, they used to say, it will end in tears. It'll end in tears. And so I used to be really happy, and then it got me second guessing myself, like, oh, there's always the flip side. It's going to go bad from this. So maybe that's what you're doing, is you're capping your joy. You're not surrendering to it and allowing yourself to experience more and more and more joy because you think you're going to get the flip side, waiting for the other shoe to drop, that kind of thing. Your higher self is asking you to let that go because it's putting a cap on your experiences. You got good things ahead, Aphrodite, for sure, with that. AP's next. Hey, Rose, how are you? Would you like a reading, Rose? And Wolfie? If anyone else wants one, put a message up. Otherwise, I'll be finishing soon because I want to go training. I am going training. I don't want to keep them waiting too long because I'm always the last there. Because they start at 8 o'clock. Same time as I start this. So I go late. AP. Oh, nice. AP's winning today. Grace and love. Like, you can't get much better than that, can you? Wow. The Grace card. Things working out for you. That's awesome. Love. Things working out for you. Especially in relationships. Nice. Nice, AP. You've got to be vulnerable and face the situation. Yeah, I feel like this isn't a love relationship. This is about romantic relationships. Being vulnerable in that and speaking up. It's like taking your defenses down, saying yes to someone or speaking out about your feelings. That's what's going to get you into this grace. I feel like you're waiting for this grace and love to happen. Grace and love is waiting for you to be vulnerable, face the situation and step forward, Say yes. That's what I'm hearing. Say yes or speak your feelings. AP. Anyone else? My cards of the day, I've got communication coming. And play. Play today. Awesome. So I've got the half price reading sale going on this weekend. It's on my Biggest Block readings. There is the link for it. I've still got full moon readings, which you can find on behealing.com. They've got $30 off at the moment. That $30 off will be ending, I don't know, I'll end it tonight once we're out of this full moon energy. There we go, everyone. Thank you so much for coming along. Thanks for clicking like on this video as well, and don't forget about the guessing how many cards are in this bag. Just check out my other videos for the rules for that, and good luck in guessing the right amount of cards. You're welcome, AP, and everybody. Have a great day or night or whatever, everybody. See you tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. Bye.